Welcome back, everyone! Today we are back playing some more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous! Things are going well for us. Or at least, they were. Because, unfortunately for us, the campaign, while it was running rather smoothly, did get ambushed. Yeah. We had a demon decide to invade and threw a good amount of the camp into chaos, which did not help us very much. And they did something and managed to weaken a number of our party members, actually. And so we know Irbeth, Count Darren, Nino, Woljith. I'm trying to remember the others, but I can't remember everyone. But a number of them have gone missing. And oh, Ember is gone as well. We have currently Wendwag, Camellia, and Sela with us. That's all we have. So we don't even have a full party, which is a shame. And unfortunately, Woljith was seen running. And not running because an enemy was chasing him, just running. So not a great sign. Yeah, we're down to our 4 people at the moment. Hopefully we can regain all of our friends quickly. At least we do still have Wendwag. Wendwag and Sela, although we had previously kicked out Sela. Oh, our new friend as well from the Hell Knights. He is also missing. But at least we have Wendwag and Sela, who are both pretty heavy hitters. It would have been very unfortunate if I had been stuck with Nino, who I don't like. I'll see what I can do about rescuing them. But, like usual, they're not exactly high priority. Right, we do have a Nevia with us still. Nevia stares through her spyglass at a low fortification on the hill. Even at this distance, you can hear blood-curdling screams coming from within. There, that's where they took them. Looks like the monsters are having a feast. Nevia shudders. We got some survivors. They escaped somehow. They'll never make it away from those gargoyles. That reminds me. Look who I met here. She was just standing there, blinking, as if she knew someone would come for her. Oh, Nino! Darn. What? Yes, it must be. It must be admitted that gargoyle-born flight is ineffective and uncomfortable. By the way, did you know that gargoyles can be tickled by scratching their heels? Then you plucks the thorny burr from her hair. I'll wait here. Send me the ones you can save from those monsters. I'll care for the wounded and get them to safety. Mistress, why are we wasting energy saving weaklings who couldn't even defend themselves? Because my army is my weapon. I need a weapon. Yes, that's true. Someone as powerful as you has need of lackeys, even pathetic ones. To battle. Yeah, Wendwag is apparently very easy to lose, actually. I was looking some stuff up after we learned that Darren might be interested in us to see what I needed to do, since I butchered it so badly when it came to Mass Effect. I wanted to make sure I didn't hurt my chances too much. And I found out that Windowog is actually pretty easy to lose. Obviously, her whole thing is strength, so if you don't prove yourself to be strong, she's gonna leave you behind. So, we gotta make sure that she knows not to betray us. And we gotta appeal to her sense of superiority over others as well. I don't need healing wands. I have more than enough healing items. I can't change my party. Well, I guess I could technically bring Nenyo in. But I don't care about that, so. Alright. What do you see on the hill? Just what Nara said. Gargoyles, ghouls. Fresh ones. Hasn't been long since they turned, and they didn't die pretty. Looks like demons stormed the chapel at some point, so we don't have to worry about getting inside. There's a huge hole in the wall where the gate used to be. At least that's one piece of good news. Winged demon! Well, I didn't see him flying away. I sincerely hope that wretch isn't thinking of leaving, especially when he personally invited us to this occasion. It would be the height of rudeness for a host. Bye! Save everyone you can, please. Nevi will not say her wife's name, but her eyes make a silent plea. I, Omade, watch over you. Desna, go with you. And we probably should level her up so she doesn't die. But I'm using the auto level for Nenyo, because I do not care. First off, personality is terrible. Second off, you weren't even that powerful when we went and did our thing. Also, get over here, Nenyo. Come with us. If you're gonna be in the party, you have to actually come along. That's one of the requirements. And yes, you listen to me. So the strangers.
That is not far.
All I care about is their answer. Lack of an answer is an answer to thing. Don't care right now.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Oh. Hi, people. Is that you, little girl? The old soldier coughs and then shudders, but makes no attempt to rise from the blood-soaked ground. A sharpened wooden stake protrudes from his stomach. Say something kind to me for one last. And here's our blessed little beggar. I was just beginning to think I'd never set eyes on that grubby little face ever again. Seems that fate truly does watch over the mad. How can you be so blind? It's not fate. It's not luck, or chance, or anything of the kind. This girl is cunning and extremely dangerous. And she's certainly able to hide her true nature better than you. Camellia smiles cryptically. Gosh, what could a little witch from the back alleys be hiding? Her spells are weak, her cantrips laughable. She can't even hold a weapon in those charred hands. She doesn't have enough fingers. Whatever made you think that she could be dangerous? Camellia? Careful. Ember can roast you alive. You realize that? She's better fighter than you are. Both she and I learned to survive in feral labyrinths by devouring the weak. I was in the caves and she was on the streets. I don't know what she's been through. Her strength is a mystery to me. But it is strength that she possesses, no doubt about that. You can't understand. Weapons and magic, they're just toys to you. You're a spoiled child whose parents let her stay up past her bedtime. I don't know what fate is, but my grandma watches over me. And my crow. Yes, of course. Fate, grandmother, and crow. No, you won't die. Look! Healing radiance glows in her fingertips. I still have spells. You don't have to die here. Moving with effort, the soldier pushes her hand away. No, I'm finished. They bit me. Pestilence is in the wound. I can feel it. Soon I'll be like them. Run away, before it's too late. Ah, and Darren's with Ember. I think the old fellow is right. You or I could heal an ordinary wound, but we stand little chance against a ghoul bite. Come along, Ember. The longer we stand around out in the open like this, the more likely we are to end up back in the gargoyle's clutches. Darren looks disheveled and slightly disoriented, and his shoulders tremble with excess tension. No, please, don't give up. I'll carry you. You can't die. Your granddaughter is waiting for you at home. The crow on Ember's shoulder croaks sadly, as if confirming her words. Granddaughter. Yes, you remind me of her. Boisterous little thing. But you can't lift me up. No, I can't be helped. Death comes for us all, little girl. I have made my peace with it, and you should too.
Yes.
She looks around and sees you. Look, it's the commander. She can definitely help you. Ember swiftly pulls the stake from the soldier's body and heals the wound with a spell. Ember, what happened? They wanted to make me stop moving like the others, but they couldn't. It just didn't work on me. Their claws froze everyone else like statues, but I ran away. Resistance? Okay. Darren. What? There's a well further up. It serves as the entrance to a small cave where the gargoyles stash their treasure. They obviously took me for the same. The flattery. They obviously thought I wouldn't be able to get out on my own, so they let me in there. But I did get out, though I paid dearly for it. I got scratches and dirt all over me. Darren briefly falters and adds with affected nonchalance. And when I say treasure, I don't mean anything truly valuable. There's nothing down there worth your attention. Are you sure? Because I loot everything no matter what. I'm a greedy little bitch. Okay, well, what's inside the chapel? It's very scary in there. Everyone gets killed and then turned into ghouls. People are always screaming, and the winged demon is always laughing. Okay, warrior, can you walk? I told you, you don't have to die. Not here. Not today. And what should I do? I can help you fight these monsters, but perhaps I'll be of more help down there with Nevia? I have the same question. Darren winces. You know, I must have heard at least 1,000 stories about the horrors of the war with the demons and the nightmares of the world room. I was raised on them and surrounded by them. I even lived through some of them myself. But none of it prepared me for what happened here. I can't imagine how much wine it's going to take to banish my memory the moment I found my... I can't imagine how much wine it's going to take to banish from my memory the moment when I found myself alone and surrounded by monsters. And that's why I very much want to go with you and see the monsters quake in fear. It's only fair. Well, accept them both because you two are part of my main group. Sure. Get out of here, Ninyo. I don't care about you. Besides, I doubt you'd be much help. Anyways. She finally got her level up, though, so that's a little something.
Save the last one for me.
Yeah, for supposedly being bruised and a bit beaten, Darren's doing pretty good.
All according to plan. We are the light. They are the darkness.
Hey, those ones actually resisted a little bit. Not that they hurt me at all, but they didn't immediately die either.
Enemy approaching.
Okay. We've got some named enemies, actually.
That must have hurt.
They did a pretty good job of taking care of him, too. Ikea salutes you with his mace covered in blood. This time, those winged beasts won't defeat us. We escaped and we're ready to chop them to bits. We're ready, are we? Speak for yourself. Gods, why did I ever go on this crusade? Could have stayed home, picked mushrooms, milked my goat. Regil. Yes, he's here somewhere. He managed to help a few of your recruits escape, and he's already made a decent fighting squad out of them. Hooray! Okay, how did you get out? You didn't even get a chance to take us prisoner. It's too dangerous to fight a gargoyle while it's carrying you in midair, but once it starts to land, it becomes vulnerable. We escaped their claws over the slope and took the weapons from the fallen. Lo and behold, Reginald Range's fighters are back and ready to serve. Do you know anything about other prisoners? Yes, there are many. We were traded to regroup, hoping for reinforcements, and you proved us right. Okay, yeah, not everyone is ready to fight. Akira looks with disdain at the recruits sent by the queen. Yellow-beaked snot-noses. They've never seen a real fight. If it wasn't for us, they'd all scatter and the gargoyles would pick them off one by one. Hell Knights execute such cowards on the spot to serve as an example for the rest. No, I need the people. There's nothing you don't know and nothing you're not good at. Recruits exchange hesitant smiles before breaking into good-natured laughter. Hooray! I mean, I wasn't low on morale, so it's fine. But yes, we're not executing anyone right now, because I need the soldiers for the big fights. Retreat to the foot of the hill. You guys form a defensive line over there.
I'll go ahead.
Just making sure that we didn't miss any valuables along the way. Oh wait, a well! Could that be the one that Darren came out of? Socia leans over the body of a woman clad in the Hell Knight's black armor. Although she is obviously dead, he whispers a prayer and casts a healing spell to no avail. His face twists in pain and he shakes his head, refusing to believe what is happening. Wake up. Please wake up. We don't have time for this, Social. You are also very green here. I don't know if you're cut out for battle yet. Of course, forgive me, I'm not used to seeing war the way Hell Knights wage it. To see people dying so easily, so efficiently. As if their own lives mean nothing to them. We're brought here together. I admit, even I was caught off guard when gargoyles grabbed me and dragged me off. The recruits must have been terrified. She did well, though. As soon as the monsters were about to land, she twisted out of their claws and helped us all escape. Sociel takes a heavy metal shield from the dead woman's hands and considers its intricate decoration. This shield. I prayed my eyes deceived me in the darkness, but now there's no doubt. The Immaculate Petal. Sire, this is my brother's shield. It was kept as a relic in our church for centuries. We used to gaze upon it as children, imagining the adventures of its previous owners. When Trevor went to the crusade, he took this shield with him. Biting his lip, he looks at the dead woman's blood-spattered face. Who are you? Where did you get it from? In the name of Shaylin, why didn't we get to talk while you were still alive? Well, we can talk with the other survivors. Maybe they'll know something. Yes, they must know something. When we're finished with this cursed chapel, please ask the Hell Knight commander about this woman. It's unlikely he'll talk freely with me, but for now, whoever you were, thank you. He gently closes the eyes of the dead woman and takes hold of the shield by its leather straps. 2 arms. Well, go on, get back. So that's gonna be another side quest for us. Very well, I'm afraid that many will need healing. Can I go in the well? Is that the well they're in? I mean, I don't seem to be able to go in it. So that's a shame. Help! Somebody, help! A wounded warrior lying among mutilated, lifeless bodies cries out for help. It's hard for her to shout. Her cheek is torn and her teeth are showing through the wound. After noticing you, she doesn't stop screaming, but nods her head subtly at the bodies next to her. It's an ambush. Stay down. Stay. Windrog mutters under her breath as she unsheaths her weapon. You won't be getting up again. Attack! No need for us to give ourselves away. Start smacking bodies!
Crusading isn't that boring after all.
Okay. I don't know what happened to the person. Oh, there you are. Can't actually do anything with you. Oh. Well, I didn't get to that guy in time. Oh, is that Rachel? It is! Hey, buddy! Okay, you can head back now, Sela. Stop whining. Raise your weapons. Ready your defense. You wounded? Hold your torches up. Did the Queen send us soldiers? Looks more like a sewing circle. Commander! As he sees you, Rachel throws his fist in the air. Despite some claw wounds, he's chipper and full of fighting spirit. Ready to report on the situation. We organized an escape. There are no fewer than 3,000 gargoyles and ghouls in the fortress. We lack sufficient forces for a confrontation, so we are through. Gargoyles and ghouls? Why do you think they stick together? Could it be because their names sound similar? Maybe if a ghoul bites a gargoyle, it turns into a gargoyle? Oh, actually, we have Camellia with us. Camelia's gonna go first. Why don't you ask them yourself? Better to torment our enemies with your gibberish-ness. Why does Camellia hate Ember so much? I don't fully get it. Ember is adorable. Ember is precious. She's also the most good-aligned person in our crew, actually. Look, a Hell Knight stooping to help his allies. Never thought I'd be glad to see your face, Rachel. I will always preserve the lives of allied forces. We thought in terms of efficiency in achieving your goals, as every fighter should in this war against the demons, you would be far less surprised at my actions. Okay, how did you escape? Gargoyles are used to dealing with weak and poorly trained fighters, civilians near enough. During our first battle with them, we weren't at our best, but while they grew confident in their victory, we studied their habits. They became vulnerable when they were preparing to land. Simple matter to free yourself from their claws. The rest is a question of skill. Yeah, he's a pretty good fighter, so I'm not surprised that he fought his way out pretty easily. Yeah, they don't seem to like you guys now. It's not about my unit commander. Gargoyles seem to know precisely in which tents to find their targets. Another thing, do you recall the fire at the camp? Gargoyles don't have any incendiary weapons. Flames were what guided them to us. I don't know what Commander Turbid and her celebrated watch are getting paid for. It's clear as day there's an enemy spy in your camp. I mean, yeah, didn't we already know that? Or at least suspect that? But we couldn't find anything? I don't remember. What's going on? It's a slaughterhouse. Even I will muster up. That demon, you see, just killing and eating his victims isn't enough for him. He's inventive. Rachel exhales the last word with disgust. This can promise nothing good. Alright. Other people, go on. Consider it done. Am I to retreat with them or come with you? Nah, you're coming with me. Which is where Camellia gets kicked out. Goodbye! Okay, we're missing someone, because Sela got kicked out. And I don't remember who it was now. Oh, Woljif. It would be Woljif that we're missing. But we don't know where he is, actually. So we might... Sela might be coming back into the party. All depends on how long until we find Woljif again. Oh, bodies are raining down. That's not the best of sights.
Trivial.
Okay. Darren is the one who ran up to do that. Okay. Rusty blades and jagged shards.
Huh? What's that?
It had something on
Why do
him.
you want me?
Yeah, that's
Not far.
that appears to be the dumping pile.
Oh, thank you for amusing me.
Yeah, these gargoyles are pretty darn weak. We're just rushing in. Okay. Renounced her? Okay, so we have some traitors. Or we'll devour you. Well, got rid of all them. Apparently, you're able to keep yourself alive, at least to a certain degree.
Do not fear.
Okay, what's going on over here? Okay, we've got Succubus.
Let's try this.
You are nothing before.
They are slightly more dangerous than the others. Mostly if we fail our will save. That appears to be everything. Oh wait, hold on. Oh? What? How did we run past that? How did we go past that and not get the loot? Dang, okay. Well, I think that person didn't make it back out. They killed the three up there and then they died on the way in. Oh. Well, that's a shame. We've also reached encumberment. We're carrying a lot of shit then. Apparently. But yeah, we don't really have much of a choice at the moment. We'll have to dump that off next time once we finish.
Surrender.
Tear your throat out.
sure we've taken damage, actually. We have done pretty good so far. Welcome to the slaughterhouse. Okay. Yeah, this is the big hole where the front gate used to be. In the visage of the ghoul before you, you can barely recognize the Honorable Visely. I remember you. The Honorable Visely Retimus, your regimental cleric. His fuzzy grey beard is gone along with his other hair, and his once lively face has grown gaunt and livid. The skull of the old cleric is cracked open and whitish larvae wriggling inside. But this seems not to bother him at all. Heretics, dirty slaves of false gods. The cleric paces up and down before the desecrated altar in which an unholy symbol of Kabiria has been drawn. A group of ghouls have brought the soldiers to kneel before him. Renounce your idols, bow down before him who gnaws, or you shall be sacrificed upon his altar. Now, never! Holy Amade, hear me now. I'll gladly die before I renounce you. A sacrifice. The old man's claws sink in the soldier's body. Shuddering in pain, the latter whispers a prayer through his teeth. Who will be the first to taste flesh? You'll take Kaberi's communion. I will. A pale woman looks at the cleric. Her eyes are glassy with madness. I renounce surrender. Hail to Kaberi. I'll do anything you say. Cowardice, treachery. This is what happens when an army lacks discipline. I beg to differ, Paralictor. I believe your order's training is underpinned by the belief that the soldier should fear his commander more than an enemy. But I ask you, what hideous specimens must you have as officers to ensure your rank and file fear them more than something like this, for instance? Even you are less horrifying than a walking corpse with worms wriggling around in its cracked skull. You are wrong, Count. You only think I'm less horrifying because you've never been trained by me. If you like, I can arrange a session for you. I actually don't know what version this is, Yardbird. I don't know. I am open to experiencing life in all its varieties, but in this I prefer to plead to my ignorance. Let's see. I mean, it's challenge of 21 no matter what. Yeah, we'll go with the chaotic option. Warriors, remember that your spirit is free. No demon worshipper has the right to give you orders. Do I work? I mean, Drezen is best at this. The blade faces of the soldiers light up with hope. One of them whispers a prayer, and bright light bathes the vaults of the desecrated church. The undead shriek with unnatural force. This chapel was a stronghold of faith for those that worship the noble gods. Today we restore goodness to its rightful home. Your feast is over. We've come to restore order.
I won't.
Charge! As fast as we can. Because we got them all murdered, is what happened. Oh, there's a trap. Shoot, that's actually a problem. Don't enter the trap, please, guys. Oh. Rachel, I need all of you to turn back, but it might be too late. Oh, it's too late. Darn it.
This will hurt.
I tried. It was only a slowness, though. I don't think it did any damage. Amulet. Curious about that one. I don't get many of the equipables. Agile fists. Boost to dexterity. It's, of course, unarmed and natural weapon bonuses. Those aren't actually all that useful to me. Oh, actually, the healing. Let's give. Darren's actually got a few. Oh, but he's currently got the charisma. Sela's got nothing. She also does healing. Resistance 2. I guess use magic device could be Ember for no reason other than I can equip it. I don't care about the agile fists though. It's not actually very useful. Oh. That's where we go. Okay. Oh wait. Before we do that,
I did it.
Arcana check.
Sometimes.
Gotta do it for the XP. Oh geez, yeah, without our thief, we are not very good at lockpicking.
Well, that happened.
Darn it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to open it. Oh yeah, it's... Darn it, the lock got jammed. Rude.
All according
I need
to
Woljif. No one else is as good at lockpicking as he was. Actually, Camellia was the next best. But I kicked her out of the team too. Not exactly a great setup for me in that case.
I found something.
Okay. Oh, no. Hold on.
Together we stand.
Apparently Sela is my next best.
This was simple
Okay.
enough.
She was able to disarm it. That's good. Yeah, I should probably boost someone else's trickery. I wonder. Let's see, trickery of -3, so not me. Windog's technically got a +2, but the heavy armor is a disadvantage. Wait, Windog's trickery is actually better than Sela's. Why is Sela doing it then? Or even Ember. Ember's got a trickery of +4. Okay, I think I'm going to start giving Ember some trickery boosts, just in case. We don't know for sure
They will
if
break against
or
our
when
resolve.
we'll get Woljif back. Haha. You may have been resistant, but I just did flat out that much damage. It's pretty great. Yeah, we're really piling up on the loot at the moment. I could use a place to empty all this out. But I don't think we're going to get one until the end of the level. Okay. Think that's everything over that side. Time to open the door. Right, there's nothing else? Yeah, nothing else as far as I can tell. As for the secrets hiding in this room, let's see what we got. Dry, grayish mess. I mean, in that case, it sounds like this hasn't been inhabited for a moment. This invasion of the demons was not exactly super recent.
I'll go ahead.
That's what I'm picking up on here, at least. Ooh, we found the library. Wonder what goodies we're going to be taking in here. Not seeing any enemies yet, though, which is interesting. We've only found the golem so far. I'm getting a number of the highlighted books, though. So I might...
Careful now.
Yep, there we go. Might see about checking those. We've got a Zacharias over here. Hey, buddy. You see an undead man dressed in a style popular among Mandevian crusaders 100 years ago. Though long decayed, his expensive adornments indicate high status. The clean and functional cut of his suit places its wearer in a military profession. The undead man sizes you up with a lordly gaze. Greetings, Crusader. You have the honor of meeting Zacharias the Lich, the last warden of the newfound sanctuary and master of this place. I sensed you as soon as you stepped through the gates of my stronghold. There is something in your bag that belongs to me. Yeah, we did find his wand. Give me my wand, and as my oath dictates, I shall give you a gift. What's this? The Zacharias is an unholy walking corpse. The legendary hero, righteous of the righteous. The man after whom 6 of my acquaintances from the most pious noble families were named. Darren doubles over in laughter. Oh, I cannot wait to tell everyone about this. Who shall I write to first? The Right Honorable Baron Zacharias, or the Reverend Abbess Zacharias? Sela grips her weapon and chokes on an oath. A lich. An actual lich. This isn't a laughing matter. We might not get out of this alive. First off, Sela, yeah, no problem. I'm pretty sure we can kill him. Second off, he seems polite. And you know my rule. Unless they attack first, I don't have a reason to kill them. The dark energy coming from the Lich draws a response from inside you. A surge of power similar to what you felt in the Bandit Cave suppresses and overwhelms all other feelings and fills you with new sensations. You lose control over your own body for a moment as your hands, as if alive on their own, dive into the bag and take Zacharias' wand out. You would swear that it trembles with impatience, like a dog too long away from its beloved master. The Lich considers the wand closely, as if listening to it. I sense that you once took dominion over the dead. Those poor dead thieves in the caves. They didn't bow to you, and you punished them severely for it. My spirit hidden in the wand showed you what to do with the unruly corpses, and you listened. Well done. You shall make a worthy master of the undead. Okay. Ooh. Oh man, I am so tempted for this actually. The Lich Mythic Path. I would totally be down to go down that path too. Shoot. We've been doing the Demon Path up to this point. That's what we've been pushing for. I would love to go down the Lich Path, though. I want to know more about you. What exactly would you know? My feats are sung in legend. Surely every crusader knows of them. Life beyond death has been a tedious term of imprisonment in this fortress, surrounded by foolish and maddening demons. My only occupation here has been observing the Crusaders' retreat, further and further, losing city after city. The day those vacant mortals gave up Drezen, I stopped calling myself a Crusader and began to despise them. How did you survive? The pathetic spawn are no threat to me. The Lich chuckles arrogantly. They've tried to attack me a few times, but swiftly regretted it. Then I grew tired of their interference and concealed my chambers with a spell. When I require a book from the library, I would go there in an invisible guise, and they had no idea I was beside them. So why'd you take up death magic? While I yet lived, I often thought how superior were the undead compared to the living. The Crusader army has suffered endless defeat, while an undead army would long ago have driven the demons back to the depths of the world. But though the dead would be the perfect warriors, they would answer to imperfect living masters. I needed a better solution. I studied vampires, but found them too ruled by passion, and thus utterly unsuitable. Then I considered the Lich. A Lich is the perfect undead being. It can possess fantastic power. Its mind survives the transformation, and it is eternal. I envisioned an army of crusaders led by immortal liches, and I grew certain of my fate. But the process of becoming a lich takes years, and it is dangerous and tiresome. Most importantly, it is only possible for one mortal in a million. Thus I began to work on a ritual that would allow any mortal to become a lich, all without decades of practicing magic, or even building any magic power at all. Of course, I had to keep this research secret, but in the end I succeeded, and the day the newfound sanctuary fell, I completed the ritual, and became what I am today. Okay, going back to that, you're considered a hero. Grinding his teeth, Lich answers. I was no hero, but a talented fool who struck off to the crusade to entertain his pride. I adored the praise of the murmuring mediocrities. How flattered I was when a heap of stone on a mountainside was given into my care. They told us our struggle was important. Such folly. As I sat trapped here, I realized that I had wasted my powers, my time, and my talents in their battles. I believed the tales of good and right that must be protected, but even in the kingdom of good, there are those who wield power, and those who obey. All these wars are merely an attempt to hold on to power. It matters not whose. Never again shall I wage war for anyone's power, but my own. Well, that answers that question. He's not going to join us. Now you realize who you are dealing with. Do not forget it, for your own sake. What do you want from me? Arrogance rings in Lich's voice. Give me the wand and humbly beg for my help, and I shall not deny it. If you show yourself a worthy crusader, I shall prepare a ritual that will turn you into a lich. You will become an immortal being, and all shall bow down before you. I wonder how that would work, considering we're already a Drampir. That would be an interesting combination. You're already half undead. For a Dhampir, what I offer should be a welcome release from the weak and useless mortal parts of yourself. And you won't even have to devote your short life to preparing for this great event. By the time I finish preparations for the ritual, you won't have aged even a year, and I shall be freed from my magic oath and may finally leave this place. And then you and I shall never meet again. The source does not inspire confidence, but his proposition is an intriguing one. A lich, Crusade Commander. If this comes to pass, I insist on being in Cousin Gopher's presence when she hears the news. Of course, sire, it is entirely your choice. But I cannot possibly want to look. Dare nods at Zacharias. Like that. I don't know. I'm kind of down to become a lich. It's pretty great, most of the time. There are a few drawbacks, of course, but most of the time it's pretty good. You get to be pretty great. Granted, I don't know exactly what benefits I'd get in terms of the game, but I am down. Okay, Blue Jay. You're here, right? Don't listen to him. No matter what he's got or what promises he makes, you'll be turned into an undead. That's not just shedding some unwanted flesh and bone. It'll spell the end of any and all humanity you currently possess. It is evil. Sela! I am chaotic evil. I have done a number of evil things. How do you still try and convince me to be good? I don't understand. But whatever. Alright, I have some questions. Questions? The Lich exclaims in irritation. Give me my wand and I shall take you as an apprentice. Prove that you are a worthy crusader and I shall conduct a ritual that will make you a Lich. The oaths binding me will finally fall and we shall disappear from each other's eyes forever. What can be unclear about this? Why is the wand so important? The Lich answers condescendingly. The wand is far more than just a toy used to cast spells. It is my phylactery, the charmed vessel which holds my soul. So long as it remains intact, I am eternal. If I am destroyed, I shall be reborn again near the spiritual anchor of my phylactery. Be diligent and obedient to my will, and you too will become immortal. So we could have killed him then. Well, not outright killed him. But he would have then been killable because we did have the option to break the wand earlier. But that is not its main value. To be free of my oath, I must grant my power to a worthy crusader who brings me my wand and asks for help. Until that day, I serve as a prisoner in this pathetic abode. So as long as I have the wand... Zacharias answers with a sneer. That would be most convenient for you, wouldn't it? Sorry to disappoint you. If you refuse my instructions, I will kill you and your corpse will deliver my wand back to Canonicus. And I will wait for another 100 years until another crusader comes to my door. But I value my time as I suspect you value your life. It is better for both of us that you heed my words. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I could kill you. Okay. Let me, because I don't know. We're going to continue talking for the moment, but I'm going to do this. Should we become a Lich? Okay. There we go. We're going to go ahead, have that poll there. Go ahead, anyone who's interested, say what you think. Should I become a Lich or not? Because we've been doing our demon path. But I wouldn't actually be entirely against exploring the Lich path as well. That's also a very evil route, which is our main thing that we're going for. Okay, Zacharias, how am I supposed to prove that I'm worthy? I know now that the Crusades are utter folly. But when I was still alive, I believed in these foolish ideals, included them as a mandatory condition for fulfilling my oath. You will have to prove by your actions that the Crusades is important to you. Here's some advice. I value wisdom and focus. And a wise and focused mind can see that the Crusaders will lose to the demons as long as they draw breath. The Crusaders' problem is that they can be killed. The dead cannot. The undead know no fear. They do not betray you, they suffer no wounds, and require no provisions. Most importantly, even a pathetic and feeble mortal can make a formidable undead soldier. A few thousand deaths is a small price to pay for victory. Everyone dies, so no matter what decision you make. The question is, will you place victory over the whirlwind above your own dubious ethics? If so, then I shall call you the worthiest of crusaders. And the demons will learn fear when they see an army of undead warriors led by a powerful lich. Okay. And why are you offering it to me? A low growl escapes the Lich before he speaks. Do not flatter yourself. Fate has decided this, not I who is bound by magic oaths. Only by fulfilling them will I be able to leave this pathetic place. When I was foolish and taken with Crusader ideas, I made a mistake. I feared that becoming a Lich might change me. I feared becoming a villain. And so I bound myself with a magic oath, which stops me from leaving this place until a worthy Crusader comes here to return my wand and seek my aid. I dispatched my apprentice, Teldon, to spread word of my final wishes, and so began my wait for Crusaders who would appear to accept my knowledge. But the days passed, and with them came a new understanding. What a magnificent idiot I had been. I had bound myself in a pointless oath, never thinking of the consequences. But now you are here, and the oath is about to be fulfilled. I shall wait no longer. Enough priceless time has been lost. Okay, and what are you going to do with me? Becoming a Lich is a complicated process. Most talented mages could not prepare for it if they devoted their entire lifetimes to the endeavor. It requires years to train and transform one's spirit. Unless you have a brilliant mage on your side. I've invented a ritual that will allow me to prepare you myself. I will alter your mind and soul to prepare them for their new existence. It is a complicated process, so do not expect to awaken a master of the undead on the morrow. But by my vow, you will survive the transformation. While I have devoted decades to this ritual, the process will take you a mere half a year. Okay. I hope you realize what a generous offer I've made to you. Okay. Should we do it? That's our big question. And honestly, I'm kind of down. I want to become a Lich. I've got the vampire, so vampire, so I'm already half dead. Lich makes me full undead, and I get more powers. It also becomes a lot harder to kill me. Not that I was in any danger whatsoever at the moment. I also really wish... Can I save? Actually, no, I cannot. Darn. I would love to do this chaotic applaud option, but I'm really, really worried that if I do that, I won't be able Okay, I think if it gets rid of the option, I can probably load the autosave. We lose some text, but I feel like, because we came into the basement, and there's not a lot that we did down here, I really want to do this. Applaud. You've made yourself a Lich while demanding that everyone else revere you as a holy hero. What a marvelous trick. You have my respect. Okay, good. The Lich seems confused. For a moment, he keeps his silence and then adds with a trembling voice. I could kill you right now for your impudence, but you will play a different role in my plans. Will you give me the wand, or continue to waste my time? Hey, I was applauding you, buddy. I approved, although I don't think he did it intentionally, based on that reaction. I could either... So now we have the choice of either we attack, we reject, which is absolutely going to result in an attack, or try to leave. I don't think that's going to work either. I feel like it's either fight him or agree with him. I don't feel like we have much of a choice. Give him the wand! Sela frowns. What do you think you're doing? Sela, you should know by now. I have done this so many times. I am not a good person. Green light shines in Lich's eyes and his arrogant tone offends the air. So common sense wins out. How commendable. Otherwise I should have had to kill you. But I have other plans for you. Accept this, my gift. Had we met under different circumstances, I'd never even consider sharing my power. But my oath obliges me. I, Zacharias, shall hereby fulfill my vow. A worthy crusader has come and returned my wand to me. Now I may leave this prison, and you shall become my apprentice. For my first order as your master, you must truly show yourself a worthy crusader, or my oath will not be fulfilled, and I am merely wasting my time. Meanwhile, I shall begin my work. I shall reach the very depths of your soul to alter it, ready for eternity. You will not regret that our paths have crossed. Up there you will find the master of this fortress. Nulkameth is expecting you. This demon is so witless he doesn't even suspect I'm here. But he is strong and tiresome. It is high time someone disposed of him. I shall assist you in this, although my own brothers-in-arms are long dead. Their hatred for the demons is far stronger than death. They will help you kill Nulkameth. Are you prepared to command the last defenders of the Lost Chapel and purge my fortress of the demon filth? Yay, let's go! I don't really care about them. I am strong enough on my own, but I'm down. For the first time in your entire conversation, you sense a shade of empathy in Zacharias' voice. Then, do not linger. I shall go to the library to contemplate your future. Farewell. Be ready when next we meet. Bye-bye! Hee. A devil? Actually, +2 bonus to trickery. That's actually kind of useful at the moment. Ember. Can I? How would I use you is the only question. Equip. Yeah. We do have the tiger, actually. Perception. Do I have one? Oh, I don't actually have one right now. Let me equip the tiger. Okay. Well, back to our looting. We'll finish off everything soon enough. But first, we do need to finish looting the place. Can't be leaving nothing behind, now can we? That should be the last of it. Alright, Scylla.
Over there.
Oh, where's the disarming?
We'll make things right.
Over here. Oh, Ember can't pick locks. That's the problem. We better fix it. That's why Scylla's doing it, even though Scylla's got terrible trickery. It's a good thing we have someone who can do it, at least. Yeah, if I can find a way to give Ember lockpicking abilities, I should do that.
Careful now. Over there.
Okay. Go there first. Nope.
It's just not my lucky day.
Well. Good luck. I missed.
This was simple enough.
That's good, at least. 'Cause we messed up the disarming. So that wasn't great.
As it should
Well,
be.
hello there.
Oh my gosh. Ah,
We
boy.
will win this war.
I mean, it looks like I might be able to reach it and disarm it. I can.
Oh, Well, that happened.
Okay, just
This
failed.
was simple enough.
Okay. That's good at least. It was just a simple fail, so we were still able to disarm it.
I will see to your demise.
Spectral enemies! They dissipated quite quickly, actually. How much more junk are we gonna get? We have gotten so much. Pretty great. I'm gonna sell it for loads. We're carrying nearly 2 tons. We are carrying a lot. Okay, yeah, this place really has been abandoned for a long time. It sounds like it was like 2 or 3 crusades ago
In due time.
that this place ended up falling. So, yeah, no, it's been a while. Yeah, I'm very glad that we happened to go to the cave and find his wand before coming here. Oh, we've found another library room. Okay. Oh, I see specters.
You'll make a fine trophy.
Oh, and a stone golem. Every spine is neatly dusted. The books are well cared for. Better than the food supplies. Although from what I understand, Zacharias didn't exactly have need of the food. That's why he didn't much care for the preservation of it. I can't actually go back there. It looks like there's something, but I can't reach it. Hold on, where's the way forward, actually? Conjuration and summoning. Summon a demon or angel once per day. If the owner is evil, it'll summon 1d2 plus 1 monadic devas. Okay. There's a 10% chance that they attack the owner. That's a pretty powerful item, actually. There's a chance that backfires, which is to be expected on most magic items. At least most of the powerful ones. But not terrible, actually. Okay, so why are we down here? I'm not actually seeing what we need here. 'Cause I was genuinely trying to find the way forwards. And that does not actually seem to be down here. Maybe there's something else upstairs. Yeah, with the encumberment, we were kind of far away. It took us a while to run. But we're here. We made it back. We are going to have to drop so much stuff in order to drop our encumberment enough to leave the area, but we'll deal with that when the time comes. Okay. Corruption of the Abyss received in the face of the cleansed ritual. Okay. Oh, hi, you guys. I don't think you were here previously, actually. I'm gonna try one more time, but this one was the one that we jammed the lock. Yeah, I think that's the one that we jammed the lock for, so I don't think we can actually go through it. Alright, I was going to this door previously, so I guess this is where we go now. Man, it's so sad. There's loot there, and it shows me that there's loot there, but I can't get to it. These ghouls have been maimed even more brutally than the others. Bulky lenses are sewn over their eyes, and various tools, from scissors to drills, are attached to their fingers. Their bodies are pincushions for long, rusty needles, threads still in them. They're applying their work on bound-up soldiers still alive, but with no strength to even moan from the unbearable pain. One of the ghoul craftsmen works his finger blades dexterously, slowly removing the scalp from a female warrior, all while chatting to her cheerfully. You won't need this hair. Ghouls don't have any. It would all fall out anyway. Yours is good though. Nice and long. We'll make thread out of it. Hair makes good thread. Maybe we'll use it to sew something into you. Too bad paladins can't come like us. The light they have inside burns away our gift too quickly. I used to have a good paladin friend when I was alive. We both got bitten. I was transformed, but he just stayed the way he was. I had to gobble him up. That was too bad. If he hadn't believed in his little goddess, he'd still be having fun with us now. Another methodically tears off a soldier's fingernails one by one, sewing on razor blades in their place. And living like to swing their swords. When you're one of us, you'll forget all about those silly weapons with handles. Better kill the enemy with your hands. Sink your fingers into their meat. Let the smell out. Feel the warm blood spraying. That is what happiness is. Terrible things were done to these ghouls. Now they show gentle care to their prisoners. In their words and deeds. Just like some good knights. Ha! Darren's brows leap up. Quite the razor tongue you have there. You should write political sketches for the paper. What do you mean? Did I say something wrong? Sorry, please, I didn't mean to. I just talk about what I see. Quite right, my dear, quite right. Finian! Finian's voice trembles. I've seen this before. Only there's a hearth and an anvil and... I can't remember. Well, we don't have our sneaky. But we're gonna try anyways. Stealth attack! Busy with their disgusting work, ghouls don't notice you as you sneak up on them and strike. I mean, I can also loot.
What manner of secret are you?
Okay. Can I might be pushing it to disarm it like that. Nope, okay. I can just walk freely, they don't care.
Well, that happened.
They don't even care that I just set off a trap. Okay. Well.
Too late for
We
apologies.
will be victorious!
Hi, everyone. Dang, critical hit of 55. That's pretty good. Okay, let's see. We've got 2 doors at the moment. Oh, Earbeth. The disgusting stench of rotten flesh fills the room. Bodies are impaled on iron hooks hanging from the ceiling like cattle in a slaughterhouse. Some of them are still, while others shift and moan. You hear a faint female voice whispering a prayer. Holy Amade, deliver us. The voice coughs wetly. Deliver us from the darkness by your hand. Commander Tierbade. The soldier's voice trembles. I don't want to die. You won't die, soldier. You won't die? Well, come for us. The commander is on her way. Pray with me. Come on. Holy Omade, don't leave us. Don't leave. The soldier's voice fades. Come on, can you hear me? Come on, speak! Speak! The soldier's hoarse voice grows louder, and then comes the cracking sound of torn flesh. I'm hungry.
Enemy approaching!
Okay. Well, obliterated pretty quickly. Commander. Erebeth has been impaled on a metal hook and is barely breathing. Her lips move slowly and blood pours from her mouth with every word. You came. And this is the commander of a knightly order. What a pathetic sight. She's hurting. Probably worse than I was in the fire. We'll heal you, Erebeth, but... Ember touches her shoulder. You'll have scars. Maybe not on your body, but you'll have some. Cursing, Sealer rushes to help Erebeth. Well, we found her at least. With your help, Erebeth gets off the hook. She sways with a moan but remains standing. You're lucky to be alive. I am alive. This boy is not. I've also been bitten. She lowers her head and you see a fresh bite on her neck. Praise the inheritor, she protects me from infection, otherwise I'd be like him. Okay, well, what's up ahead? Staunton Vane, fallen paladin of Drezen. He's here with the demoness. It's a trap. Please, be careful. Ooh, Staunton! Hey, buddy! We'll say hi to you again. You call yourself a commander? Erebeth lowers her head. Forgive me. Let everyone down. You, the queen, the goddess, crusade. Alright, well, Nevia's worried sick about you, as expected. Yes, I'll get there. Thank you, Commander. Okay, well, have fun. It should be somewhat clear. Can't guarantee full safety, but we killed a lot of what was on the way.
Call me again if you need to.
Yeah, I will, only because I have no one else, Sela. You are not an expert in lockpicking. Which is a little bit of a problem, actually. I just put two and two together there. I realized that means Sela is our only one who can lockpick. So we kind of can't cut her from the team. Not at the moment, at least. Not unless we get someone else who knows how to use a lockpick. Some ghouls have pinned the soldier to a tombstone covered with fresh blood. He doesn't fight back, but only begs them in a weak voice. Don't eat me, please. I don't want that. Did you hear? He doesn't want it. Alright, let him go then. Dinner is cancelled. Let's go home. The ghouls burst into shrieking laughter. What if we really don't eat you? No one will touch you. You have my word. But first, you'll have to do something. Eat some of my meat. The ghoul tears off a chunk of rotten flesh from his body and shakes it in front of the soldier's face. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it all and we'll let you go. But if you spit me out, we'll rip you to pieces. The soldier looks in terror at the piece of half-decayed meat dangling from his face and vomits on the tombstone. The ghouls laugh hysterically. Are you familiar with the phrase, you are what you eat? It's drivel concocted by the medical establishment to make people spend less money on delicious food and more money on doctor's visits. But on this occasion, the adage is perfectly true. Alright, we will attempt to be sneaky because more XP. We failed. Oh well. I'm surprised we succeeded on the other one, honestly. As soon as you move toward the undead, their eyes fix on you. The ghouls howl and attack, but not before one of them rips out the soldier's throat. Oh, well. That's a shame. Why'd they have to think? It's better when you guys don't think. It's certainly easier to kill you that way. Well, this likely is... Oh, wait. I forget. I always try to lockpick.
Damn. It's just not my
Lock
lucky
gets
day.
jammed. Break it. When do I give it a good
Punish
smack?
me, for I failed.
What? Seriously? Did you just, like, miss it or something? I assume maybe some of the stuff got destroyed, potentially. Well, I got no other option at this point.
It is finished.
And then...
I'll go ahead.
But that does mean I'm coming back to this one. I want to break it. Because I might as well get what I can. I've looted so much stuff. Other stuff, too. There we go. We got more stuff that time. Yeah, metal scrap. So we certainly don't get whatever item we would have gotten, which is sad. But at least we got something out of it. Something that we can sell. Alright, over here. Yeah, because we came over there. Dealt with some enemies over there. What do we got out here? We are leaving the fort.
As it should be.
There's no way this is the way forward. But I'm curious. What is down here? Scroll of Doom. Don't much care for that. And an old map. Is that really all that was down here? Darn it, we walked all this way for basically nothing. Oh well. I mean, I won't say no to it. Because it is loot. And I like all the loot that I can get. But I wish for something that was rather hidden. Would have given me something better. Well, now we have to wait for them to make their way all the way over. It's going to take them just a moment. We might have Sela give a lay on hands before too much longer, though. She is down a quarter of her health. Reginald's the other one who's slightly injured. And then I did take some damage myself, unfortunately.
Up two, keep it up! Well, how do you like my soldiers? Oh, so much prettier than yours, aren't they? And my games, so much more fun!
The ghouls march on the square before the bell tower to the tune of Nulkaneth's cheerful laughter. You see living soldiers among them, wounded, frightened to death, struggling to march in step with the undead.
The disgrace. Our camp was ravaged by an overgrown child with wings.
Yeah, they're not doing such a good job.
Darling, look who's here. It's the commander. Come to return what she stole from you. It should have been you in command of this army. And these powers, they should have been yours.
You see two familiar figures in the bell tower. The fallen crusader Staunton watches marching ghouls with grim disgust. Inago takes him by the chin, a sharp claw leaving a scratch on his cheek, and turns his face to you. See, Staunton still seems rather conflicted. He doesn't like it, but he feels so out of place with everyone else that he feels he has no other choice.
Oh, darling, why so sad? Oh, please, sweetheart, say something. When you're like this, it makes me sad too. You don't want me to be sad, do you? Come on, smile. I did everything you wanted, even better than you wanted. The fools who humiliated you got what they deserved. Can you hear them scream? And now their commander will be torn to pieces along with them. Oh, it's sure to be a fine show. Just for the two of us. And we have the best seats in the house.
Minago, you're saying that as if we didn't whoop your ass last time we met? The only reason you got out was because Staunton played distraction. So, yeah, no. Her sharp nails sink deeper into the dwarf's skin and the demon's lips draw close to his face. He winces.
This is too much. They deserve death, and what happened in Canabris was fair punishment. But this depraved torture... order your creature to finish them off, and we'll be done here.
Sweetie, don't tell me what to do. We were too soft on them, I think. Just remember the way they humiliated you. And for what? For your part in a heroic feat? And now they would take Drezen from you? Each of them deserves 100 deaths. The only thing unfair about this is that we can kill them only once. There now. Don't pout. Kiss me, my love, and let's enjoy the spectacle.
Your clawed fingers release the dwarf's face and move lower, stroking his broad chest. A tongue resembling a fat crimson slug crawls out of Nago's mouth and reaches out to Stan's face. The dwarf turns away and the demon's tongue leaves a moist trace of slime on his cheek.
Hey! Hey! What are you looking at? Look at me! I'm right here! Do I need to bite your soldiers' heads off for you to notice me? I can do it, you know.
Yeah, Nukneth! I'm here!
You? Who are you, anyway? Got yourself a little more power than mortals usually have. And now you think you're equal to the gods? If you're equal to anything, it's my breakfast!
So you're saying you're equal to the gods then? That's what I'm hearing. The monster looks at you, and for a moment you feel once more that there's no one here besides the two of you. You feel his power, the same power granted to you. You realize that the battle is coming, the likes of which you've never endured before. But your opponent will soon realize the same. You feel his power and his fear. A moment later, the monster strikes. Hey, yeah, we've got this. I'm not too worried. Here, the fortress. We killed you once already. You want some more? Yeah, that's the undead army helping us out. Look at that health. It's unbearable. The roars of Nulkanet, the hissing of the ghouls, the moans of the wounded and dying. All this melds into a terrifying cacophony, an agonizing song of the tormented world. This shouldn't be happening. This shouldn't be happening. Shouldn't be happening. It won't happen. Anger, pain, fear, all emotions subside. Boundless, triumphant power rises from somewhere deep within you. Now, you only feel hunger. A blinding flash illuminates the battlefield, lighting up the terror on the demon's twisted muzzle. People's faces veiled in despair, and the ghouls with their bared teeth. The monsters look at you, and at the demon. And as one, they unleash a soul-crushing howl. Alright. Yeah, look at that health. It plummeted.
Minago! Minago! What is this? How could this be? You deceived me, you wretch! You promised I'd become...
Yeah, what did you think, idiot? The dying monster at your feet raises its snout to the ugly sky of the whirlwind.
How? This shouldn't have... Why? Staunton, what is this? What should we do?
The demon yelps and covers her mouth with her hand. She grabs her companion by the shoulders and yells.
I can't do anything with these sores. It's no use. Darling, please do something.
Occult symbols appear on her face and they flush red like bloody ulcers.
Calm down. I said quiet. First, just get us out of here. Then we'll decide what to do.
The dwarf gives her a sharp slap on the cheek.
Right. Let's fly away quickly.
Holding Staunton close to herself, Monaco disappears. Nulkaneth lets out a long grunt and freezes at your feet, like a dirty heap of bloody fur. It grows quiet. No roaring or shrieking of monsters, no moaning of the wounded, no clamor of weapons. The dawn rises over the desecrated chapel.
Well, so this is how it happens. The second time the strange power manifests. Just like in the Grey Garrison. Speaking of power, I doubt I'm the only one who found this demon, let's say, unusual. Stronger than any Nabasu ever described in the Order's bestiaries.
Regil strokes his chin.
What an unexpected sensation. Like a sip of the finest wine, a soul-sapping caress. The night was difficult, but for that ending, oh, it was worth it.
The Asama rubs his hands over his face in pleasure.
How pretty. The sun is rising. Something is burning in you too, illuminating everything around you like the sunrise.
Ember looks at the breaking dawn.
Just like in Canabras. I feel a new power within me. Oh yes, I chose my mistress well.
So is this our next mastery level then?
I'll be damned. That power again. It's so strange. It doesn't seem like Iomede's intervention. The gods rarely interfere in mortal affairs, and never twice in a row.
Hey, did you see Milknest's face? How unfortunate when your opponent gets new powers in the middle of a fight. The rays of the rising sun light up the gruesome battlefield where once again you felt the strange surge of power. The road awaits. I was not trying to save game. Okay. Yeah, we all got our mastery stuff. Collect all the junk as we do. Alright, let's see. So we've got our mythic feats to go look at. Okay. So we could really make Wenduog do an insane amount of damage using the specialization. Well, this one is doubling the weapon focus specifically. That could also be quite powerful, yes, actually. We don't care about finesse, actually. Two weapon fighting, no one really uses it. Closest would have been Woljif, but I don't think he needed it. Swift action, no. Ooh. Caster level increased by 1 if I were to do the fire spells. Granted, I don't know what those are. I don't know what school they're part of. Are they conjuration? Or evocation? I can never remember the difference of those. Saving throws, bonus hit points are kind of nice. Less of a penalty. Oh, geez. There's a number of things that could be done here. This basically looks like just another feat. And honestly, they're not that great. We have more than enough feats to deal with as is, personally. I mean, these have... Honestly, the mythic feats of this tier are kind of bad. Because what did we get? Bypass damage reduction is what we got. Oh, wait, hold on. Whenever you miss, the target still takes damage equal to strength. Ooh, hold up. That one's our only good one, honestly. Oh, racial penalty. Ooh. That's curious. Don't remember what my racial penalty was. I think we'll go with the destructive shockwave, though. Because you're using your hammer, which I think is a dex-based weapon. Yeah, because honestly, there's only the no racial penalty and destructive shockwave. Those are the only two good ones. Other than potentially the magic for Ember.
Trust in yourself.
Because the fire is... Okay, it is an evocation. So I might go with that. Because actually the destructive shockwave would be useless for Ember since she doesn't do the melee. So if we increase the evocation, all spells are boosted by have their caster level increased. Meaning I'm pretty sure they can... I think that might boost their damage, but it definitely boosts their spell save. I mean, the only other useful one would have been the Destiny Beyond Birth. Just making sure there's nothing different. Yeah, no. Ember's actually got less options. So yeah, we'll do our evocation. The Cure Wounds is Conjuration, but I don't care. We don't need it as much. For Darren, you don't even have the racial feat because you don't have any downsides. Equal to twice your charisma. Ooh, actually? Because same thing, destructive shockwave is not helpful with him since he's ranged. You're kind of my healer. Not that I need one, but it's kind of what you're doing. Alright, Stila. Shield focus. Ooh. I don't think we're dealing too much with touch AC, honestly, though. Because that's mostly spell users, and there's not a lot of spell users we deal with. Tower shield. Light shield, heavy shield, buckler. Mythic version of burn potions. Ooh, up to potion level 6. Dodge. Ooh, that's kind of nice. However, I think we're going with the destructive shockwave again. Casila's strength is a 19, so that's 4 damage every attack, guaranteed. It's pretty good. Ooh. Okay, so obviously, shockwave here, if we were to go with it, would put Wendowog's strength up to a 19. I don't actually know what it is currently. Or wait, no, that was the destructive shockwave. Oh, okay. So she doesn't actually seem to have any thing. Okay, it's the charisma that the racial benefit is. Well, that's not her thing anyway, so I don't care about that, actually. In that case, probably gonna go with that destructive shockwave. Because I doubt there's anything else. Ooh, power attack. +3 instead of +2. Your base attack bonus is already +4. Increase to 5 if you're using a two-handed weapon. Ooh, that's actually pretty nice too. It's not often that we miss, but I want to reduce that miss option. So that we're just really whacking them hard every time, guaranteed. Because between the 3 of them, that's like 12 damage, guaranteed every round. And that's only if they don't hit. If they hit, they'll do even more. And then obviously us. We can't... We're still on Mythic Hero. I don't understand what I need to do these other ones. I don't understand. But maybe once we complete the Lich quest and become a Lich, then that one will be available to us? Maybe? I still don't entirely understand it though, and it's kind of annoying. Twice your constitution. We've also got the Summon Babu. See, as for our Beyond Birth, what was our penalty? It's gonna say... Okay, it's not gonna say at the moment. But based off the fact that we have the racial strength bonus to strength there, I don't think it's gonna be that useful. And it looks like, other than that, it's all pretty much the same. So yeah, we're just piling on that destructive shockwave. Oh hey, resistant to electricity 20. And immune to poison. And that's great and all. Well, there we go. That's our level up stuff. All taken care of. We are going to have to drop all of this junk soon. Just to pick it back up. But that's okay. Do we need to walk all the way back? Really? Are they really not going to give us a fast travel option? Oh my gosh, that's going to take so long. Okay, hold on. In that case, hold on, let me... start dropping stuff. Because we'll pick it up later anyways. Okay. That'll help speed us up a little bit. It's still gonna take forever if we have to actually go all the way back. That's rude. Wait, actually. Should we go back downstairs and see if we need to go do something with him now? Since we killed a demon.
All according to plan.
Let's go see if we can become a Lich. Yeah, our class is the Spirit Warden, right? That's what I picked? I forgot. I don't use it much. Yeah, I'm a Spirit Warden.
I'll go ahead.
He said he'd be in his lab, though. And I'm not entirely sure where that is. Because, yeah, it's not over here. I mean, we technically met him right here. I don't actually know if there's anything we need to do with Zechariah there. Let's see. Still waiting for that thing. Okay. Yeah, talk to Anevia is all it says. We need to go find the storyteller, actually. Because we did find Tarendalev's claw. I don't care much about the Nameless Ruin, honestly. Oh, we need to go talk with Sela, actually. Okay. Once we get back to camp, we can see about doing that. Liotar Hackblade. Right. We never actually talked with the Count either. So we need the Count, Sela, and Regil to talk to, actually. We have the essence to restore the buckle, and I think we have the notes. Because we got some Elven writing. But it actually doesn't say anything relating to Zechariah. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything we need to do with him. Or if that will just, at some point, trigger? I don't know where he went. Okay, yeah, we did give him the wand. So, that is something that we did before going off to do our fight. I'm just not sure what to do now, because it's not giving me any further instructions. So I guess we wait until it tells us to do something. And in the meantime, we get to make our very long trek back. Because it doesn't seem to be giving us any actual fast travel options, which is sad. Oh. Hi there. We have a friend, just T-posing. I assume you're dead, and the game just chose to be weird. Because I don't think that's how we left it, actually. I don't think so. Yeah, he gave us the option. We chose the evil path to become his apprentice. Yeah, for reference, our character is full chaotic evil, although we definitely have leaned more into the chaotic side than the evil side for a number of choices. Rachel looks at Sociel with contempt. Despite their difference in height, it seems it's the gnome who is looking down on his counterpart. Did what? I actually don't remember this, but okay. You wanted to ask me about something. I'm listening. Sociel lowers his head with cold respect. Thank you for finding the time to listen to me. Regards a personal matter. Oh, right, the shield that we just got. Okay. There was a woman in your squad. She perished covering our retreat, and I don't even know her name. But she carried this shield. It once belonged to my brother. Do you happen to know how she came to have it? A personal matter. Of course, how silly of me to expect a relevant question. Reginald chuckles. After savoring the expression on Sociel's face, he continues. Her name was Miranda. She turned out to be a better soldier than I thought. Too bad she still wasn't good enough to survive. She transferred to us from the Order of the Nail. The Extirpators chapter, if memory serves me right. I wasn't interested in her reasons for changing chapters, and she never gave any. Such transfers are not forbidden, though they are not encouraged. In any case, she already had the shield when she came to us, and the only way to find out where she got it from is to ask at her former chapter. The gods only know where they are now, and which demons they're slaughtering. Thank you for your answer, Paralictor. With cold politeness, Sociel lowers his head and bows before the knight, then turns to you. It seems I have reached a dead end. Well, you can still find them. Maybe a bit of work, but you could go searching. Perhaps the goddess helped me. But where are they? Where do I even begin to look for them? I've only had a chance to talk to her while she was still alive. Cecile looks away. I sound so selfish. She died, and all I talk about is what she could have done for me. But it's not only that. This shield was Trevor's treasure. He wouldn't have given it away for no reason. How did this woman get it? Did she deceive Trevor, kill him? Or perhaps the opposite. She meant so much to him that he gave her the shield voluntarily. I keep mulling it over, trying to understand. Trying to imagine what happened to my brother, and what role Marenta played in his story. If she was still alive, maybe I'd have to exact my vengeance for my brother. Or maybe we'd sit next to each other and she'd tell me all about their adventures together. She might have become my mortal enemy or a sworn sister, but she's dead. She's just dead. None of that will happen now. Do you understand? The cleric's voice trembles. Perhaps we'll meet these extirpators. I shall pray that we do, but I won't hold my breath. Cecile shakes his head. Let's talk about this later. I need time to gather my thoughts. Hey. So I changed from Ritual to Cecile for that one. Nevi looks at you with apprehension. She warily reaches out for your shoulder, but then jerks her fingers away. That flash! It sounds even brighter than it was over the Grey Garrison. And you've changed again. Irabeth emerges from behind Nevia's back. Her body is covered in bandages, her hair is threaded with grey, and her voice is weak. It's as if she has aged a decade. You still came for me, for us. The half-orc's voice breaks. I thought it was the end. Nevia takes her wife by the arm as if fearing she might fall. Commander, I admit I've never believed in miracles, but now I know why the Queen put you in command of this army. Today you did the impossible again, right before our eyes. You pulled our people from a demon's mouth, opened the road to Drezen for us, and you saved my family. Again. We've lost many people, but our army is still in fighting form. Yes, many died, and even more will die yet. Today, tomorrow, every day until the end of this war. But every day, there's another chance to save someone. She gives you a carefree smile. I hope these would-be crusaders will not easily forget the lessons this night has taught them. This night has left scars on our soldiers, on their bodies and in their hearts. But it also showed them that the power of demons is not boundless. We can destroy the demons, and we will. Hey, why all the glum faces? We won! Come on! She raises her sword to the brightening sky. To victory! If we're finished here, I suggest we head back to the camp. The stench here is horrendous. Besides, I wouldn't mind catching up on some sleep. My mistress is even stronger now. Windwag slowly clenches and unclenches her fist as though she can feel the new power in her hands. And as she gains strength, so do I. I will remember this night for the rest of my life. Baron's shoulders slump, but then he grins. I've always wanted to throw a bench in a church. I suppose this counts. Another thing, Commander. Your tiefling pal ran off the night of the attack. Nobody's seen him since. I'm not sure we'll be able to find him. He left without a trace. I'll get the survivors back to camp. Let them rest up a little while, at least. It's a scary night, but we still got Drezen ahead of us. Yeah, I'm still searching for Woljev. I don't care that he ran off. I knew he was a coward. I want him back, though, because he's my rogue character. We suffered a few setbacks with the traps because we didn't have him on our team. No one else is nearly as good. And there we go! Take all the loot that we dumped. It's back. And now we can go dump it all off and get a lot of money out of it. There were some really good items in there, actually. As the story unfolds, you draw closer to events that have the power to change everything. Some quests and locations may become unavailable. Proceed when you are ready. Ooh, because we can actually go to Drezen there. Okay, so that's our warning. Drezen is the point of no return. We'll have to take out that demon army to boost morale. Obviously, we're gonna head back. Yep, enter the location. We're all exhausted, so we're gonna have to take a rest as well. Yeah, we need to make sure we do all of the side quests that are marked as non-completable if the chapter moves forward. We have to make sure we do that. At least to the best of our abilities. Alrighty, we're back! It's been a minute since we've been back here at camp. Over here. Volsark Arms! Commander! Quartermaster Garms looks mildly embarrassed. So sorry to distract you, but I could use some advice. Soldiers are worried. Everybody can feel it. The decisive battle is coming. A big one. The one we started the crusade for. Some lads are getting real jittery. I was wondering if there was anything I could do to help them. Should I ask the bards to come up with a rousing song, or maybe throw a little shindig? Tournament. Have everyone have a good understanding of how powerful they are. Right. And those who could distinguish themselves can be rewarded with tokens of appreciation from the commander. A sturdy breastplate for some, a fine bow or sharp dagger for others. They can use it to make a small but resilient band of the finest soldiers for the rest of the army to look up to. Okay, how are things in the camp? Hamaday be praised, everything's fine. We're well supplied, nobody's gone hungry, and the sick, well, can't run a military campaign without somebody getting sick. But they aren't taking up any more beds than usual, except... Quartermaster looks at the man of equipment bearing the signs of recent tinkering. We're having a little problem with the soldiers' gear. The army has a standard that dictates who gets what, except the standard is only good for fighting around Canopus. Needless to say, the conditions inside the world are completely different. The scouts have been complaining. The local vegetation is like razor blades, they say, and it's slashing the soles of their boots to ribbons. Their cloaks might protect them from the cold, but they're useless against acid, snow, or caustic mist. The scouts are missing plenty of vital gear. A coil of rope is a simple thing, but there's not even enough to go around. Can you imagine? How are they supposed to scale mountains with no rope? So I've been thinking, what if we issue them different equipment? Scouts at least. Boots and rope are not enough. Give them everything! I'm rich. Now you mention it. Horses are faster and can carry plenty. I'll say to it, Commander. I'll immediately write to Canopus and ask for experienced mounted scouts. We're getting ourselves a cavalry. Alright. Shop time! Let's see, any good weapons? Ooh, hold on. A gnome hooked hammer. I should, real quick, come see you. You can make use of that. Because you're just using a cold iron. It's not a huge boost, but it is a boost. What's your alignment, actually? Lawful evil. And you are lawful. So in that case, congratulations, Rachel. I got you an upgrade. Also, we are so close to leveling up. Dang. Okay, we're going to level up soon, guys. That's pretty great. Let's actually, before we sell, look through and see if there's anything good. +2 breastplate. I don't think that's better. Oh, actually, no. I'm only using a +1. Let's get that going, then. Wait. Chainmail of Camaraderie is actually better. Oh, it's a mithril. Got it. Whenever this person flanks an enemy... Ooh, +2 bonus damage against flanked? And it's a +4 with the outflanked? Never mind! We are upgrading to that one, although we look ridiculous in it. That's a good one. And I only care about the fancy items. Anything other, all this common stuff, there's no way any of it is of any real value. Darren, you are not wearing any armor because you have the bracers, which are as good as any armor you can wear. Ember, unfortunately, oh wait, actually, hold on. Let me, because, yeah, we're gonna give Ember the good ones, because she can't wear armor. Darren can. Now it would only give you a +2. See, we can technically give you better. Actually, a +1. Giving him the +2 breastplate might not be terrible. The biggest downside is, of course, the spell failing. Ooh, that's a light crossbow, actually. Oh, no, you can't use it. Darn it. I was hoping you might be able to. But no, you actually cannot. That's a shame. Let me give you that. Yeah, I don't care about the fists. Constitution is nice and all. Is anyone not wearing a belt? I'm not. Guess I'll get the Constitution boost. For no real reason other than I can. Sila's armor is currently half plate of vigor. Yeah, it's pretty good. Wenderog's got +1 half plate. Yeah, good. All's good there. Ooh, actually, we can upgrade Wenderog's cloak there. What are you wearing? I mean, mind affecting, sure. It gives a little something. It's still a +2. You have a +2. You've only got a +1. Let's upgrade. There we go. And then we didn't really have any other fancy weaponry. There's a flail, but I don't actually know if anyone can use this. Oh. It's a lifesteal flail. Dang. I don't think anyone can use it, though. Well, Wendrog can. But the damage is down, and Wendrog's our main damage dealer. Obviously, Sela can't due to alignment. Ember and Darren can't. And I cannot. So only Wendrog, but current weapons are better. Dang, if I could put that lifesteal on a different weapon, that would be nice. But as is, it's getting sold. Alright, let's free up some inventory space. Very, very large amount of junk, with a few decent items being sold along the way for some solid money. Usables. Definitely gonna sell that. Well, nah. That one's a pretty powerful one, so I probably shouldn't sell it, even though it's worth a lot of money. On the other hand, I kind of want to, because it's not like I'm going to remember that it exists most of the time. Nah. See, that's the biggest problem, is I'm not going to remember that I even have these consumables. I'm really, really bad at using any kind of consumable. Here's all the scrolls. And then the junk category. Basically, none of this is of any value other than to be soloed. There we go. 30,000. Pretty great. Okay. Now, let's double check and make sure. Because I've got my heavy mace of fire. I like fire. I know you had a really good item. The dragon blade or something? Which I think we might have enough to buy now. The Black Dragon's Fang. I wanted to give that to Wendwag. But I don't have enough money for it. Because I bought the other stuff. Darn it. The other one was the shield for Sela, I think. Wasn't there a shield? I remember there being a shield that we were looking at. We didn't have money to buy it at the time. Right, it'd be in here. Was it Dawn of Life? Because, yeah, it's a tower shield. Yeah. I want to get it. Because that would be great. But Sela can't actually use a tower shield. Can Wendwag? Yeah, Wendwag can. But obviously we would require a one-handed weapon, which is why we needed the dragon thing. Right. That's what we were waiting on. Sadly, we don't have the money for it. And I don't think there was anything else we really cared about. No, okay. Well, we sell. We got ourselves 60,000. Close. Almost there, but not quite. A little one. They say you can do magic. An old silver-haired fighter sizes Ember up skeptically, apparently baffled to find such a young girl in the middle of the war. He's cradling his wounded arm, which has been hastily bandaged. Can you heal me?
Yes.
Of course. Ember whispers a spell and touches the bloody bandages. Thank you. That's so much better. The soldier rips off the blood-caked rags and strokes the healthy skin underneath them. How old are you? You're only a child. I have a granddaughter at home, just like you. Oh, little girl, how did you end up here? What are you doing here in the thick of it with us? Ember gives him a light-hearted smile. I'm just like you. I came to the thick, so the thick wouldn't come to the other kids. Like your granddaughter. Well, I'll be. So little and yet more courage than some officers. The old man runs his rough hand over her hair and she smiles at him again. Her on her shoulder rubs its head on his hand like a cat. Talking to you takes a load off my mind. I reckon it's not just my arm you heal. The soldier leaves, shaking his head pensively. Ember waves happily, then turns around and notices you. Hi. Do they often come to you for help? Ember shrugs. Demons keep hurting them. I keep healing them. But you know, it's surprising. So many soldiers come to me. They say I bring them comfort, that I give them strength. But I don't do anything like that at all. I only talk to them nicely. I'm just a feather-brained little girl. What if something I say is wrong? Maybe I should keep quiet. But I can tell that my words make them feel better. I guess I'm confused. Not everyone deserves help. We're sticking to our character there. But how can you tell who is worthy of what? What are you worthy of? Or me? How can I judge others if I don't even know about myself? Okay. Here's Wendewog. We need to talk. Sela. We did need to go talk with you. I need to remember to stay hydrated when I do all these voices. Hi, Sela. Sela looks sad and pensive. It's good to see you. Get this. Jana, the one who ran away when we were attacked by demons, never went back to her unit. She was seen running towards Numeria. Looks like she deserted. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about. Or, not the only thing. Since our raid on the Houndheart's camp, I've had this sinking feeling that I made a mistake. Dragging you into this, I mean. I should have known that a raid along the edge of the world wouldn't be so easy. But mostly, I was wrong about a lot of people. About Janet, who lost her nerve and abandoned her friends. About Curl. I knew he was a thief, but I really thought he turned over a new leaf and deserved a little compassion and trust. And Elon, I thought we were kindred spirits. Friends through thick and thin, but it looks like I was wrong about him too. Sela looks at you closely, waiting for your answer. Your ideals were mistaken from the start. Maybe now you'll see that people are weak and vicious creatures. It's pointless to try to reform them. They're only fit to be controlled. You are an amazing person, Sarah. I feel a certain fortitude in you. Strength of will, even when you say something I could never agree with. She sighs. Thanks for listening to my grumbling and for helping me get to the bottom of this. I'm not going to leave things as they stand. If I get the chance, I'll track down Jana and see if I can talk some sense into her. Find out why Curl did what he did. I can't stop thinking about what Elon told me in the end. I really have become more powerful than paladins who are far more experienced and selfless than me. There's something not right about it. A servant of Iomade should gain our power through dedicated, personal effort. The only way to make sure they'll use the power for good. Our journey so far, it's all wrong. And it means I need to be 3 times as hard on myself now. Okay. And that's our level up. That's all we needed. Dang. Could have gotten that one a bit sooner. Alright, let's see. For us in particular... Yeah, we really aren't using our Spirit Warden abilities as a Spirit Warden, which is a shame. And it means I'm really not doing a great job with the class. But it turns out it's not a great class for me. Actually, can't I retrain? I think I can retrain. Maybe I should look at doing something different. I'm going to put my point into strength, since that's what we're mostly using. For our abilities, I have to boost specifically Sela with the trickery because no one else can lockpick. World knowledge is good. And perception. Those are our main ones that we're doing. As for yet another feat, we get them so often. It's kind of tiring having to go through them all the time. Especially when most of these I'm never going to use them. At 8th level, I get weapon specialization. I guess, sure, why not? And my weapon specialization... Obviously, we're going to do our heavy mace, since I have yet to find a better weapon than my flaming heavy mace, actually. So there's that one. We've got Regil here. And he's mostly using his dex, so we should focus on that. Because I don't think he's using strength for his hammer. Let's see, what abilities should I put you towards? Oh, dang, we've got no one with athletics now, actually. Oh, that could be a problem, because, yeah, Woljif was our athletics. That could be a problem. You're trained in it, so maybe we put all of our points into that. It only puts him on par with Wendog, unfortunately. Not ideal. Let's see. Improved critical. Your threat range is doubled. Piranha Strike. This is a finesse or light. Okay. Do you have... I think... I don't actually know if you have the... Oh yeah, we did give you outflank already. Okay, good. That's good to keep in mind. No one uses shields other than Sela. Oh, hold on. That Hammer the Gap. When you make a full attack, each consecutive hit against the same opponent deals extra damage. We need to make sure Wenduok gets that if possible, actually. That'll be good. We don't dual wield. Yeah, I'm thinking the Piranha Strike. You're going to be the only one who uses it. But it will be good for you. Then you got the Ardent. Bonus to will saves. Okay. Okay. Darren! Let's see. You've got some pretty insane charisma. But I want to boost your dex so you actually have a bit of a better chance at fighting when using non-magical. Let's see. 14... Going through and double checking what we have available. Ember and Sela are religion. Windwalk is nature. I am world. Ember is arcana. Reginald's actually got a +4 on stealth. Not terrible. But we actually kind of don't have any good stealth people right now. Of course, the trickery, but that has to be Sela. The mobility. I guess I can put some points towards mobility. It's not your strong suit, but considering the fact that you now have a 20 in persuasion, I don't think we're going to really lose anything there. Whew. No spell. Let's see. These are powerful ones we're starting to get into. It's not recommended to do Cure Critical Wound. I mean, I have so many healing abilities. Good and neutral creatures are harmed. So that would still apply to some of the members of our team. I don't have any diamond dust. Okay. Besides, I don't much care for the whole invisible thing. Ooh, a medium elemental. That is actually a kind of good ability. Venom, the shield. What's this Chaos Hammer? Doesn't touch chaotic. That one requires melee, so that's pretty useless to us. Honestly, I'm thinking this medium elemental might actually be a good one. We haven't really needed to do any of our spells, but it doesn't sound terrible to have. Okay, Ember. I mean, your stuff is actually pretty good. But I think I'll go with the Dex, specifically because combat abilities, not that's going to change anything this time around. Okay. 20, I doubt I'll need to boost Magic Device any further. Boost Arcana, and boost Religion. Those kind of seem to be one of your bigger ones that you're working on. You actually got very few that you can do here. I mean, honestly, I don't really care for any of these. The hexes can be nice in specific situations, but most of the time, I feel like they're not that great because they take up the turn that I could then be dealing damage. And they never last long, either. Or the enemy just ignores them. That was the other problem we had. Sometimes the enemy would just ignore the hex. You know what? Sure, we'll get Misfortune. Imposing disadvantage isn't terrible. Let's see, Phantasmal Killer? Oh, dang. That's actually a pretty powerful one. Straight up can kill from fear. However, it has to be a will save specifically. I mean, if we can boost her spell save DC, that could be a quite good one, actually. Okay. We've got Sila. Definitely hitting that strength, especially with our brand new mythic abilities. We need you to put everything into trickery, Sila. Which is actually not doing too bad considering you have a -6 from your half plate. Yeah, you don't really have a whole lot of health that you can do right now, unfortunately. Very straightforward for your level up, actually. And as for Windwalk, maxing out that strength to 20. I say that, but the Pathfinder doesn't max out at 20, actually. We can keep boosting. As for your abilities, continue to boost nature, because that's your main ability. And then Is anyone doing athletics right now? Nope. Okay, Reginald's the best. I think that's because I actually put stuff into him. Oh, dang, I kind of wish I hadn't now. Because he's not proficient. He doesn't have the class skill for it. So he's at a disadvantage. Oh well. But yeah, I guess Wendog is gonna get some stealth. Not that I use it much, that's for sure. Okay, let's see. For our feet. I don't care about range. Stop giving me ranged. Wendog is a melee user. Oh, okay. Oh, but the greater weapon focus would only be useful for the longbow. Hold on. What is Wendog's weapon? She's been using glaives. Because that was the terror as well. Ooh. On the other hand... I believe it's a short sword is the Dragon Fang. I want to make sure I get this correct. Because I'm going to set this up for in the future. There we go. Puts it at the bottom so it's easier to find. Oh, it's a long sword, but it's a one-handed. Good thing I checked. So we'll give Wendog Longsword Mastery. That's what we'll do. Or at least I would if it allowed me to. Why am I not allowed to? We've already selected the weapon focus. Okay, I have to weapon focus first. That's what I need to do. Okay. Oh, when do I... Oh, right, because we gave her something else. Yeah, I'd have to weapon focus. It might not be terrible to do the retrain on Wendog, because I have the bow stuff, and I just turned out to not use it. Let's actually get that outflank first. Basically, everyone has it, because all the melee fighters have it, because it is powerful. Yeah, I might redo the Wendog's abilities. That could be something I do. Okay, and I don't care about the other three there. If possible, I don't bring them with me, so. Coming over to Drezen, because we need to do that before I forget again. Because we've had this quest since the very beginning. Apparently I haven't actually talked with you since we made camp either. Did you also receive a fraction of that unusual power? Looks like it. I genuinely hope that getting away from you would be the end of it. If your gift truly did come from Iomade, then giving me a smidgen of that power is a very subtle joke on her. I had no idea that our divine Lightbringer of Mendev even had a sense of humor. And don't get me started on my many acts of sacrilege against her. That obscene engraving, the truth about the test of the Starstone, is the tamest one, by far. How do you like your new role, advisor? Drezen winces. You also enjoy poking me with that stick, don't you? Imagine it, me, a crusader. If my dearest cousin hoped to teach me a lesson, she managed it perfectly. An assignment I couldn't avoid without losing face. This idiotic journey leading straight into the demon's maws. Could have been on a pleasure boat right now, with the loveliest songstress and pataximams, of all the finest Kionan wine to keep us company. Incidentally, I blame you for all of this. Darren lets out a sigh. Well, actually, I think Cousin Gallifrey is to blame for everything that's happened to me. And I suppose some of my misdeeds could be considered my own fault. But I can hardly be expected to take responsibility, can I? Certainly not. Therefore, I shall lay all the blame at your door and plot my revenge. He gives you an innocent smile. Life in the Crusade. What's Queen Gallifrey like in person? Oh, you mean my dearest cousin? Oh, she is the embodiment of all the virtues one can possibly think of. And all the unthinkable ones as well. She's beautiful, wise, charismatic, sharp-witted, a kind yet ambitious ruler, a skilled fighter, and a beacon of faith for all the worshippers of Iomade. Have I already mentioned her unrivaled beauty? I'm more than sure that even her cooking is delicious, if she would deign to descend to the realm of mortals and actually try to cook something. The old bitch. Darren's bored tone doesn't waver even on these last words. You think I'm insulting her dishonorably behind her back, then you are wrong. Her Majesty is perfectly aware of my feelings toward her. The entire capital knows it. All of Canabras, too, if not the entire country. My royal cousin is the quintessence of everything that irritates me about my glorious motherland. Her flamboyant righteousness, forced selflessness, and, sadly, her sincere devotion and austerity. The Count frowns. I must give her credit for one thing, though. She somehow managed to keep this country united even despite the unrelenting demonic threat and the influx of thousands of foreigners every day. After a pause, Darren continues. And Gallifrey of Mendev is like a demigoddess to many of our paladins. She is the Crusader Queen, the Sword of Iomade. Is there any other monarch on Golorium whose subjects love them so ardently? The church pays for her life elixir so that she can continue to be the cement that keeps the crusade together. Without her, this whole war machine would fall to pieces immediately. And I'd so love to watch it crumble. This holy pot is in need of a good stir. Yeah, you don't like the Crusaders. Imagine being someone like me, someone who has everything they can possibly desire. Youth, beauty, wealth, and honest wish to live and enjoy living. But vanishingly few ways to put it all to any use. The fact that the word fun itself is not yet outlawed in Mendev must be due to some bureaucratic oversight. You can celebrate your victories solemnly. You can wet your whistle after a challenging battle. But what about real fun? Joys, pleasures? I can't remember a single evening at court without someone chastening me for my banquets, my lovers, my mistresses, my luxuriant clothes, my everything. It would have been a lot easier to tolerate all these hypocrites if they took a break once in a while. Instead, there was a constant fuss about how I wasn't doing anything for the greater good, and how I only brought shame to my royal cousin. What is your opinion on Mendev today in general? It doesn't exist. Darren scowls. It is a frontier country that has attracted every utopian adventurer and fanatic from all over the world for more than a century. It is a place where the strangers outnumber the locals, especially in the cemeteries. The population of Mendev, for the most part, consists of humans and other races not exactly known for their longevity, so the current generation of Mendevians were born in the shadow of the Whirlwind and raised by the Crusades. I might be the last person to complain about the decline of traditions and lack of character in our country, but I also happen to come from one of Mendev's most ancient lineages. Its history is bred deep in my bones. My tutors told me stories about my heritage. The galleries, libraries, and even the interiors of the manors I grew up in were filled to the brim with memories of events long past. There are many heroes of old Mendev among my glorious ancestors, or at the very least patrons and contemporaries of such heroes. Does anyone actually remember them now? I don't think so. These days, Mendev has its own heroes in shining armor and holy fire in their eyes. I myself remember how several streets that once celebrated my ancestors were renamed in honor of some crusaders who had died in a heroic fashion. None of the citizens remember the old crossing festival that was eventually replaced by Armistice. These holidays even share the same date. Pretty much the only authentic thing about Mendev now is its endless war with the demons. And is there a point in bemoaning the state of affairs? What's gone is gone, but at least we're no longer some tiny godforsaken northern kingdom. Something. And finally, what do you think of our enemies? Do you mean the demons themselves or their followers? The former deserve to be cleansed with heavenly fire for their unholy origin alone, and the latter for their idiocy. I don't understand why a sane person would submit themselves to Discari or Kabiri. Alright, Lady Nocticola almost seems like a bearable enough mistress. Yet there are so many other cultists. They've tried to recruit me twice already. I'm not even that old. First, a very pretty tiefling girl tried to seduce me. Then they came with promises of Lord Baphomet's endless boons. Still wonder what exactly the old hornhead could offer me that I don't already have. You know what I've been thinking? Every shopkeeper knows this trick. An enticing offer along the lines of 1 in every 100 buns from my bakery contains a silver coin. Of course, a hired actress to make a memorable show of finding said coin in her sweet roll. And there you have it. Hundreds of gullible fools storm the shop hoping to win a prize for themselves. I think the infamous Aurelia Vorlesh was such an actress for the Lords of the Abyss. A petty Circorian witch who became the uncrowned queen of the Wildwood, waited upon hand and foot by demon lords. Only instead of visiting a bakery, the gullible fools rush to join the cultists. We have an army of unbelievably powerful supernatural invaders from another dimension hell-bent on destruction and domination. And what do these fools do? They serve them willingly as pawns and lackeys, hoping against hope that someday their masters will notice them. You won't believe how delighted I am to be so vain and self-absorbed. These sins protect me against demonic temptation better than any virtue. Yeah, he's actually not wrong on that front. They are going to be very hard-pressed to find something to sway him with. Personal questions. You can try. Stories about the tragedy. I hope you don't feel obliged to offer me your insincere condolences on this unfortunate occasion. My whole family, my entire noble line, they all died. And demons are to blame. It's not like I actually loved any of my relatives except for my mother. But what's gone is gone. Family crypts are full of corpses, all covered in dust and shadows of the past. What do you cherish most? Oh, there are far too many things I cherish to put them all into a single conversation. Believe it or not, I might be one of the most life-loving people you ever known. Darren smiles. His eyes are gleaming with something different from his usual impudence and irony. There's a dreamy air about him all of a sudden. I rarely meet anyone who embraces the joys of living as enthusiastically as myself. There are so many exciting and beautiful things in the world. It would be illegal to waste your time on anything you do not enjoy, and I am not afraid to repeat that to anyone's face, should it be Discar and his demonic herd, or Iomade the Lightbringer herself. Now, what do you hate? The feeling of helplessness, the lack of control over my own life. Darren replies without thinking. Then he adds with obvious sarcasm, and onion rings, of course. I'd murder the person who came up with those abominations. Yeah, you don't seem to want to help people, but you are a good healer. If you really want to try out everything life has to offer, you also have to understand how to deal with the consequences. And I'm not talking about a simple hangover, mind you. Yeah, he has had to deal with that. Any good stories? Oh, plenty. But I have to warn you that even the most outrageous debauchery sounds far less thrilling when you were not the one doing the debauching. Still, since you asked, I suppose the worst mess I've ever got myself into was when I staged my own kidnapping. I was once in correspondence with one of the Riverlands nobles, the young Lord Lebeda, and he told me about his days as a hostage to a group of bandits. This made me wonder what it would be like, and I thought it might be fun to set up a little experiment. I engineered my own kidnapping by certain gangs through a chain of intermediaries and hired actors. Those fellows took the job very seriously. They caught me by surprise, killed my 2 bodyguards, and even tied me up. Of course, the whole thing seems preposterous now, but it seemed like an ingenious idea at the time. The employers had told the kidnappers that they were to keep me safe and sound, and another group of mercenaries in disguise was watching the spectacle from afar, ready to interfere in case anything went wrong. It turned out to be a terrible idea nonetheless. It wasn't the least bit fun or exciting. Sure, those bandits had been unable to torture or hurt me physically in any way, but they have plenty of other non-invasive methods of humiliation in their arsenal. Taking almost all of your clothes off and splashing ice-cold water all over you, for example. Can't even remember if I said anything truly offensive to provoke them. Even though I initially planned to let them go after the ransom, their overly emotional reactions made me change my mind. I told my mercenaries to hang them all on the spot. I suppose the whole ordeal taught me a valuable lesson, which is that I am not built for hardships and trials. Sure. Have fun with your life, I guess. I shall console myself with that thought. So that was a stupid story, and now I'll tell you a truly brilliant one. Prelate Tolrun had always strictly prohibited any public celebration in Canabras, and he always picked on me for my lack of respect for the fallen and whatnot. His grumbling annoyed me so much that one day I drove 4 barges into the city harbor and set up a celebration on their decks. The ships on the river didn't fall under the prelate's jurisdiction, you see, so all he could do was snarl at me from the embankment. I, for one, did not forget the old boy. The main attraction of the festivities involved an inquisitor of Iomedes dancing and roasting beautiful witches on illusory bonfires, taking off its clothes with every new victim. The spectacle was so heated, in every sense of the word, that the prelate almost had a stroke. Yeah, we actually did hear about your little party on the river. Darren gives you a mischievous smile. I still consider that one of my finest ideas of all time. Should the Crusaders ever succeed in their efforts against the Whirlwind, I will do my utmost to get permission to hold a grand public celebration. Rivers of wine free of charge, an obligatory parade, and a carnival in the evening. A contest for the most provocative succubus costume with a hefty prize in gold. Another contest where the participants have to fish a sausage out of a wine jar blindfolded with their hands tied behind their back. The wine will symbolize the blood of all the dead heroes of the war, and the sausage, well, they'll find a heroic meaning for that as well. Over the years, the commemoration of the greatest victory of light over darkness will turn into an ordinary holiday, a fine excuse to get sloshed and rut like animals in the streets. Do you enjoy being mean to everyone? Yes. Simple and straightforward. And here I thought you were hurling insults at people purely by accident. Aaron laughs. This time his smile is surprisingly soft. I like your way with words. What did you expect me to say if I wanted to make a good impression? Something along the lines of, I'm not mean, I'm just being honest with myself and everyone else. That's what people use as an excuse when they want to keep up their sexual facade while still saying whatever nasty little thoughts spring to mind. That is not what I do. I have no hidden agenda. I'm just as much of an insufferable prick as I seem to be. Some people are simply begging for a good dose of mockery, so who am I to deny them? I don't give a damn if anyone holds a grudge against me, which is why I don't even try to avoid it. Okay. People say that you are deliberately trying Queen Galfrey's patience. Is that true? What does it even matter? All of Mendevian high society has declared war on me. They either despise me or they're trying to steer me back onto the right path. And I'm doing everything in my power to keep them on their toes. I relish the prospect of all the fun this mess in Canabras will bring. Darren grins from ear to ear. I shall either commission a song about the great Canabras fiasco from a certain talented bard, or confuse the jewelers with a rather tall order. A batch of silver dragon toys with detachable heads. Give me a week and they'll be in every shop in the capital. Make sure the wings are able to be ripped off. That'll be fun. Darren laughs. So be it. From now on, you are my muse. Well, since we seem to be getting along quite well, what if I visited your old home? Well, I was just about to mention it myself. I've been thinking, now that I'm in the middle of this whole crusade nonsense, I simply must devise new ways to have fun. With all the recent commotion, my birthday completely slipped my mind. What if we were to celebrate it at Haven's Edge? It's not far from here, and you'll get to enjoy a banquet in a bona fide haunted house. Darren seems to have trouble getting the words out, which clearly indicates how rarely he has to ask for anything. since you're my superior and I'm your advisor, I'm obliged to ask your permission to leave for the festivities. And I want to invite you too. I'm sure the commander can free up an afternoon while the soldiers are on leave. Absolutely. Party! Perfect. You'll have a ball, I'll make sure of it. Something strange flickers in Darren's smile. New location! Okay. So there's that. Let's double check our quest line. Banner over Citadel. Actually, we don't have anything that we're missing, so that's good. That means that we're not gonna lose everything, because that is our chapter marker. Still don't know what to do with that one. Don't care about the ruins, but if I figure it out, I will. Going to Haven's Edge. Ooh, we need to go talk with Social. Wait for events to unfold. Okay. Yeah, he'll come back eventually. It's a story thing. And then both of those, we have to find the storyteller again. But since it's still available, I assume there has to be a way to get to it at some point. We are all currently fatigued. So let's rest. Alchemy! I mean, since we're at camp, I guess we could do Nino. Sure, why not? As for scrolls... Can we make the... Nope, still can't make the tier 3 stuff. I do not know why we cannot.
I often had dreams of flying as a child, but after the misadventure with the gargoyles, I can firmly declare that the wonders of flight are vastly overrated.
Your misadventure was the loss of a fighter at a crucial moment for your fellows. Show some respect.
Okay, there we go. No longer exhausted, so that's good. And unfortunately, it looks like we did not quite make it to Drezen. That invasion turned out to be quite a bit more than I expected it to be. But we made some good progress nonetheless, and it means that the next chapter will be started soon, as we will take back Drezen and go somewhere from there. I don't entirely know what's next, though, if I'm being honest. But I hope you guys did enjoy. I do try to post on my Discord and my social media about half an hour before I begin. So if you want that extra notification, go ahead and check that out. And I'll see you all in the next realm. Bye!